Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading will be the monthly reading. It's a general reading for the month of August 2018. And this is for all of the signs. For the reading, I will be using the Crystal Visions Tarot deck by Jennifer Galasso for the main 10-card spread. If I need to pull clarifiers, I'm going to use a new deck that I got and I'm very excited about. It's the Zillich Tarot. It's very pretty. It's sort of watercolors. It's by Christine Zillich. Hope you can see that. Sorry for the glare. So if I do need clarifiers, I'll be using those. And the oracle cards, I'll use the Soulful Woman Guidance card deck by Shushann Movessian, and also the Sacred Traveler Oracle cards by Denise, Linn. As I always say, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, you can take a look at the contact information in the description box below this video. But just briefly, you can use the INSTANTGO app. If you want to download the app and search me up on there, it's Changing Phases Tarot. You can email me at changingphasestarot@gmail.com or take a look at my site, changingphasestarot.weebly.com, where you will find pricing as well as the types of readings that I offer. Also, I would suggest that besides watching your sun sign video, it's a good idea to watch your moon and rising sign. That way, if some of the messages in one of the videos maybe they don't resonate as well this month, in the others they might, or by using all three together, you'll have a sort of more complete overview of what's coming up for you during this time period. And it's interesting how a lot of times the messages kind of overlap. A lot of the cards repeat in the different readings. So I would suggest doing that as well. All right, well, I will stop for now and see each of the signs in 1 second for the shuffle. Hi, Gemini. Hope you're doing well. I'm here to get into your August 2018 reading. As you can see, I have shuffled off camera and have already laid the spread to try to save a little bit of time. So let's jump into it. We have at the center of your reading the Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is crossed by the Ace of Swords. So, and you do have a couple of, let me see here. Yeah, you have about 3 court cards in your reading. So when we have court cards appear, they can be people who are playing an actual, important role during the month. So, if so, this would typically be more of a middle-aged water sign individual, male or female, but Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And this person is, sometimes referred to as the knight in shining armor. You can see that he is riding in, he's carrying that chalice, right, bringing this gift of love. So, this is a relationship, then this could be, this water sign individual coming in with, a new offering of love for you. This could be, if it's not love related, this could be a new offering, this person bringing in news of something or an offer that is going to bring you great joy, that it's going to make you feel very happy. It could be to do with something that you have wanted to do for a long time, change, like maybe start a different career or incorporate, a hobby of yours in some way. So it could be something to do with that. But, the Suit of Cups itself deals with our emotions, our feelings. It has to do with our relationships. And it's also psychic abilities and intuition. But, this could be, again, either, with the knights. Yes, it can be a person. It can also just be an event, situation that you're dealing with. Knights usually come in to act on something, or they can bring in an offer. So this could be, an offer that's going to bring you great joy. You're going to feel very happy about. And what's, crossing it, so what could help or hinder it, and I think it could definitely help, is the Ace of Swords, sorry. And the Suit of Swords is air energy, and so it deals with, the intellect, the mind. It's the suit of where we come up with our ideas. It's also how we communicate with other people and get those ideas across. And the ace, aces in the tarot are they are very positive cards. They're blessings. It's, you know, the hand, the universe extending out this beautiful new offering to you. And it can have to do with, especially with this Ace of Swords, you know, this is a brand new start, like a new beginning, fresh start. This can be also gaining a new perspective on something. This can be, you know, gaining clarity on something. If there's, you know, a situation, or even this Knight of Cups, this offer possibly, if there's, you know, something you've been trying to figure out or are going to be figuring out, this Ace of Swords comes into, you know, this could be that aha moment that you've been looking for, because it's new beginnings, new opportunities, clarity, and it's also success. And you do have, I know I'm kind of jumping around here, but you have 3 cards in your spread that are very positive, you know, very upbeat, success, you know, victory type cards here. So, you know, whatever this possibly new love offer, or, you know, new offer coming in that you're very happy about, there's something to do with, you know, new beginnings, gaining clarity, could have to do with, you know, finding something out as well, but it's positive, okay? Now, the card that you have sitting at the foundation of your reading and in the recent past, they're kind of difficult energies, so I did pull clarifiers on them, and I'll show you those as I go through them. So you have at the foundation the 7 of Wands. Okay, and this is, as you can see, the man here on the card, he is, you know, in this very defensive position. So sometimes this is kind of the, you know, the courageous warrior type of energy with the 7 of Wands. And yes, he looks as though he's outnumbered, right? Which is, could be a little bit daunting, or he might feel scared, but he's not, right? Because he knows that he has the upper, right? He's sitting up on this sort of peak here. He has the dragon with wings. He has a shield. So yes, he's outnumbered, but he's defending himself. He actually has the upper hand. You know, he could easily just fly off, you know, and get away from these people. So, you know, it's kind of conflicting energy. So sometimes this energy appears when you're needing to defend yourself in some way. The Suit of Wands has to do with, it can have to do with the day-to-day matters in life. So, you know, our work, this can be a work situation, has to do as well with our own drive, determination, ambition, passion for doing those things. Can also be creativity, creative projects, endeavors. And this one, you know, again, this can be you needing to defend yourself. If this is within the work sector, it can be needing to sort of stand your ground, you know, not get pushed around. If defend your beliefs, is there something that you feel very strongly about, it's you just really sticking to that and defending yourself. And the cards that came out as clarifiers, and I feel they go along very, very nicely with the rest of the messages coming in here. We have in the past position the 9 of Swords, which in this deck is called Cruelty, followed by the 3 of Discs, which is the 3 of Pentacles, and it's called Work in this deck, and the 6 of Swords. In this deck it's called Science, but, you know, basically we have 9 of Swords, which is sometimes referred to as the nightmare card. It's that repetitive thinking, the worries that keep you up at night, followed by Work, and the 3 of Discs can have to do with working, partnering with other people on projects. So I do feel that, you know, for some of you, this could be work-related issues, maybe not seeing eye to eye with people at work. But you see that, you know, with the 6 of Cups card is interesting because they are kind of staring at each other like eye to eye. But the 6 of Swords is about moving on, right? It's about mentally, you know, it's a Swords energy. So mentally just moving on from a particular situation, leaving behind the more negative, the difficult, the sort of choppier waters, and sailing into calmer waters. So, you know, I do feel that if you have had to defend yourself in some way and really stand your ground, this, you know, it could have to do with work, but you're just kind of, you're leaving that behind. You're just turning your back on it, and, you know, you're walking away from that. You know, you're leaving it in the past. Sometimes this card is when, I mean, there could be, you know, again, this work-related kind of conflict. This could be even going up against other people, you know, for like a raise or something like that. And so it's you just having to kind of, you know, stand out or defend yourself, you know, amongst the rest of the people. But and then in the recent past, there's the Ten of Swords, which again is not a great card. So I did pull clarifiers on it, but you know, typically the Ten of Swords, you know, it is the lowest point in a situation. But in the tarot, tens are also endings, right? So, and this does sit in the past position. So, you know, I like seeing it in the past because even though this was very difficult, you know, it's over now. And actually, you know, what comes after the Ten of Swords is the Ace of Swords, okay? Is this brand new beginning? The cycle, you know, it goes back around and starts a brand new cycle. So I feel that, you know, and with this sitting in the past position, and the cards that came out as clarifiers is a repeater card. So the same card that was at the bottom of the, or at the foundation of your reading, the Seven of Wands, right? Followed by Ten of Discs, which in this deck is called Wealth. So we have Valor, followed by Wealth, and then Major Arcana number 14, Temperance. So, you know, again, I get this, you know, this could have been a situation at work where, you know, things were very difficult. You could have been betrayed. This Ten of Swords, it is a card of, I mean, the woman is obviously stabbed in the back. She's at the, you know, the lowest point. She's just laid on the ground. She can't handle it anymore. So there could have been a, you know, a betrayal. Maybe somebody at work, they did something that was very underhanded. They betrayed you. They, you know, there were lies, betrayals. But again, this is over. So yes, it's a very difficult situation, but you know, you can only go up from here. And we have that, right? With this clarity, this new beginning sitting at the center of the reading. And there could be a need for balance with this, the Temperance card. There could be a delay in something. There's divine timing at play, divine orchestration. But you're, you know, what you're sort of heading towards here, or the goal is this Ten of Discs, which is, it's the ultimate, you know, again, a 10. So it's the ultimate, you know, financial security, prosperity. It's that type of energy, you know, and it might not, sits in the past. So there might be some type of delay. You might have to wait a bit. You might have to, you know, allow for this time for, you know, for everything to kind of align, but you're heading in that direction. You know, you've left behind whatever this energy is, and look what you have coming up. The rest of your month is just beautiful. You have crowning your reading, message from your higher self, Major Arcana number 19, the Sun. This is probably the most positive card in the entire deck, and it's about, you know, it's just much like, you know, the sun comes out, it shines its light on a situation, so it brings, you know, it brings this illumination, it enlightens you. You know, if there's something, a situation you've been trying to figure an answer out about, this card comes in to give you, you know, it shines a light on the situation. It provides you with that clarity that you need. Again, clarity with the Ace of Swords, clarity with the Sun. It's also a card that can have to do with, you know, children. It can have to do with just an overall feeling of, you know, good health, just vitality. It's a very big positive yes card. If there's a question that you've been waiting for an answer on, the Sun comes in to say, you know, all is right in the world, and, you know, the answer is yes here. So that's beautiful. And then what's coming up in the near future is the Two of Cups, which is the minor arcana version of the soulmate, right? The Lover's card. This is the soulmate card. So for some of you, there could be a soulmate connection coming in. This is more towards sort of the middle to end of the month. And this is a very, you know, it's that joining of two people. You see that they each have their chalice, but they're pouring the chalices together, much like on the Temperance card, right? They're finding that perfect balance. So it's, you know, both of them coming together, understanding that together, you know, they are stronger than apart. So they come to bring, you know, whatever the other person is needing, or, you know, possibly to teach them a lesson. Soulmates, you know, soulmates can appear as friends. Soulmates can appear even in partnerships, business partnerships, and obviously soulmates, you know, are romantic. So, you know, during our lifetime, we might have many different soulmates, and each one is sort of appears for a different reason. You know, most of the time it's either because we need to teach them a lesson, or, you know, they come in to teach us a lesson. But it's a beautiful, very deep, you know, soul connection with another person. So this is beautiful energy coming up. And you appear as the sorry for the glare, as the Six of Pentacles. So this is a card of balance. This is a card that has to do with financial, you know, this financial sort of stability and balance. It's this give and take. Sometimes this card is referred to as the mentor-mentee card, because it's that idea of, you know, when you have, or when you're in a, you know, a financial situation where you have, you know, more than enough, you have enough to, you know, to pay your bills, you're doing well. So, you know, it's good to try to help others when you find yourself in that type of situation. It doesn't necessarily have to be, you know, money, giving money, but I'm saying give of something, give of your time. You know, the Suit of Pentacles, it deals with our resources as well. It's not just, you know, financial. It's not just the money that we earn from the work that we do. It's our resources as well. And resources can be our education. It can be our knowledge, time, right? This can be, you know, you donating your time to something, to a community center, to, you know, a children's group. This can be many different things. This can be using your skills, your talents as a musician or as an artist, you know, and teaching underprivileged children, for example, you know, children that don't usually have those types of opportunities. It can work out many different ways, but it's a give and take. Sometimes this card appears when there is, you know, money sort of exchanging hands here, such as you going to the bank seeking a loan, or somebody, or you repaying a loan, somebody coming to you and repaying money that they've borrowed, or asking for a loan. So it's this give and take, you know, and it's important to keep this, you know, with money, with the sort of the material things in life. It's good to have this flow, right? We don't want to run into the, like the Four of Pentacles energy with the Miser card and wanting to hold on too tightly. Money needs to come and go, right? To allow for that flow of money and to keep everything very balanced. What's going on around you in your environment, or how others are viewing you, you have the Hangman card. And this is Major Arcana number 12. And this is a card, it can also speak of delays, in the sense that, you know, there's divine timing at play here. So, you know, things don't always take place in, you know, in our timing. So if there's something that you're, you know, moving ahead on, or you're waiting for an answer on, or, you know, it doesn't always happen when you think it should happen, right? There's a reason for the timing of certain things. And, you know, this necessary sort of time out here with this man hanging upside down, you know, he's surrendering to this position that he's in. And, you know, he's gaining the clarity. He's gaining the insight that he needs here by being in this position. If he were the right way up, he would not obviously see things from the same vantage point that he is right now, hanging upside down. So there could be, you know, there could be a shift in a way of viewing something, a shift in perspective. There could be a delay, you know, this sort of timeout energy of the Hangman card. And it could have to do with your finances. It could have to do with this offer, this new beginning. There could be some type of delay at hand. And we did have the Temperance card over here as well, which can speak of, again, balance, possibly divine timing, delays. But as we end, you know, heading out of the month, we have your hopes and fears, the Queen of Pentacles, and the outbound card for the month of August heading into September, the Six of Wands. Okay, so, you know, with the Queen of Pentacles, I think this is more of a hope here, you know, and you're hoping to take on the energy of this Queen of Pentacles. Yes, it can be a person, but, you know, especially sitting in this position, I would say it's more of a, you know, the energy of this Queen of Pentacles and you wanting to take on this energy. But, you know, if this is a person, this would typically be more of an older earth sign individual. So Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. Again, male or female, even though she appears here as the queen. It's not gender specific in these general readings. But she is, you know, she is the earth mother. She is very grounded, very practical, down to earth. She's good at making money, but she's also good at being very resourceful. So even if she doesn't, she's good at managing her resources. And even if she doesn't have kind of everything that she needs, she makes do with what she does have. She's good at managing her resources. She's also very nurturing, very loving. She's kind of like the big mother, taking care of children and animals and being out in nature, caring for her garden. So it's a very stable energy. So I think that what you're hoping for is that whatever this new beginning is, this possibly new job offer, maybe this new relationship, you're hoping, for stability. You're hoping that, that it has this growth, this staying power, and can grow and materialize into something very tangible. You're hoping for that. This could be you hoping, to sort of have this very or more practical approach to dealing with your material resources and your money and managing your money. And, it's very earthy, very grounded. And the Six of Wands is a card of victory, right? This is the warrior, and he's come back from battle. He's has all of the the wands of the people who he was just fighting against, and he's victorious. He has courage on his side. He has great vision here. This is him standing out from the rest. So going back to what I was saying here, if you were going up against other people for a new job, new promotion, whatever that is, this is you now standing out. It's you, receiving some type of accolades, you gaining recognition. It's people in the workplace actually saying, oh, you know what? That person, he or she has done this great job, and, they really deserve this promotion. It's you standing out from the rest. And it's you being victorious, right? We have the laurel, the wreath of victory here. So it's a card of great victory. And like I was saying, Ace of Swords, victory. The Sun, beautiful, positive, yes, victorious energy. And then Six of Wands as you head out of the month, you are victorious at whatever this new thing is here. And I think it's, it's something that is making you very excited, because this is the overall energy for the month. So you have the Knight of Wands. So yes, excuse me, this could be a person coming in. This you could be finding out information from this Knight of Wands individual. If so, this would typically be more of a middle-aged fire sign person, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, male or female. And again, the Knights, they come in, right, to act on something, to possibly bring news, possibly bring in things such as the Knight of Cups here. But I usually view the Knights more as event situations than people. I mean, they can obviously be people, but this is more of a situation, or this is you taking on the energy of this Knight of Wands, and it's very exciting energy, right? The Knight of Wands he's a very passionate character. Out of all the wands, he's the fastest moving, right? He kind of rushes in, fire, flames, it flares up very quickly. The spark flares up very quickly, but just as quickly as it flares up, it also dies out, which is why it's sort of very fast-moving energy. So there could be this, this offer coming in, this news coming in. It could be coming quite quickly, or there could, you could need to move on it quickly. It's him charging after it, feeling very excited about it. He's a very, kind of headstrong person. He's also very creative, or he's very passionate. So whatever this is that you are, that might be going on during the month, I think that you're feeling very excited about it, and you're just ready to kind of, charge after it here with this Knight of Wands. Now, the two cards that came out as your oracle cards from the Sacred Traveler deck, you have Reaching Your Destination. Your light is shining brightly. And from the Soulful Woman deck, you have the Unknown, card number 41. I bow to the infinite intelligence of the cosmos, and my next steps are revealed. So let's take a look. Let me get my guidebooks. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. So beginning with the Reaching Your Destiny card, this card says, All your hard work and effort is paying off. Glory, triumph, and success are yours. Yes, they are. That's just what I was saying. If you've given your power away, now is the time to reclaim it. It's time to stand in your own light. The destination is less of a place, but more of a new way of seeing the world. Your dreams are moving to fruition. If you have any incomplete projects or unresolved relationships, this is the time to complete them. This is an important part of reaching your destination. Take time to celebrate and acknowledge your successes in life. The Sacred Traveler wants you to know. The voyage was long, but there were many adventures along the way. But as your trek reaches the destination, there's a feeling of joy and celebration. It's important to stop and rest and congratulate yourself for who you are and for what you have done. The traveler forgives those who, on the voyage, were less than honorable. Release any feelings of resentment, fear, and sadness that you may have gathered along the road. You have reached your goal. Let everything else go. You are a majestic being who can bring light into the hearts of others. Celebrate and honor yourself. You are so worth it. And that's so true, right? What was I saying here with the Seven of Wands? People, people acting unfairly. What do you need to do? You need to just walk away, right? Just release that. Let it go. That it's no longer part of your life. It's in the past. You now have victory coming in. So, there's no need to carry this energy with you. Card number 41. What does this say? Let's see. When I find myself at a crossroads where something old has come to an end and the new is yet to be formed, I am gentle and patient with myself. As I release the old, I trust that the universe is creating the space for the new to enter my life in its own perfect timing. I keep my heart open and embrace the mystery, knowing I can't hurry this process. Sometimes when I don't know when, don't know how, don't quite know what or with whom, something magical happens. I open myself to the alchemy of my soul's growth. I enter a change portal in my soul's journey that calls me to bow to a design and intelligence infinitely greater than my own. Living in this space of don't know calls for courage, patience, curiosity, and trust. I reach out for support from those that love me. I open my heart to the loving guidance of the divine. And that is, I think, perfect for what I was saying with this, this divine timing and surrendering and understanding that, no, you might not have all of the details just yet, but don't worry. There is divine timing at play, as with the Temperance card here, divine orchestration at play. And, when the time is right, the universe will bring you the answer that you need. There will be clarity. You will figure out whatever this is that you're trying to figure out. There will be this new beginning. But, the delay, the possibly needing to, gain this new perspective, it's a necessary time. There's divine timing, divine orchestration at play here. So, but overall, it looks like a great month for you. So I do hope that the messages have helped. I thank you for joining me today. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful month of August. Bye for now.